So what could make a team not pop champagne at the end of the season? Well, there's health, everyone pulling in the same direction, everyone knowing their role, and having a lot of talent. But the 2020 Lakers had it all going this year. A magical season, #1 team in the West, and then it all stopped. It could stop for good, and if it does, then LeBron James just missed his last chance to win a 4th NBA championship. And that's still true even if they didn't win the title this year. I'll explain in a minute. There's a long list of players who are negatively affected if the season stops, but LeBron is at the top of that list. Greats like Giannis and Kawhi have time on their side. LeBron does not. At least he's got a lot less. A title and his legacy are at stake. Hey guys, it's Casey Kiernan, host of the AM Hoops YouTube channel. Hit subscribe if you don't already. We are going strong through the NBA suspension whenever the season starts again, if it ever does. 5 videos per week, always dropping at 6 Eastern. Be sure also to hit notification bells. It helps a lot. Also, follow me on Twitter at Casey Kiernan or over on IG at AM Hoops. Reason #1 has to do with LeBron's age, and that's the smallest factor. Reason #3 is my biggest argument for LeBron not winning a title, but we'll get to that in a second. It'd be dumb for me to predict that LeBron's gonna fall off some cliff next year. So to be clear, I'm not saying LeBron's old, so they can't win a title next year. We know that, and that's what they said about Tom Brady too, 3 Super Bowls ago. He will not fall off a cliff, but the Lakers can't afford him to even fall off a small curb. Ouch! The man is a top 2 MVP candidate, having the greatest age 35 season ever. That's a high bar even for LeBron James. When he's on the court, the Lakers are plus 10.3 points per 100 possessions. That's around the Bucks. They are minus 1.4 with him off the court. That's around the Orlando Magic. So great with him, average without him. They can't afford for him to drop off 1 bit. And I'm predicting he does, and that's not a crazy prediction. Just a little drop off for LeBron at this point is catastrophic for the Lakers. Leading the league in assists, being the offensive force on a team with Anthony Davis, and playing his best defense since the Miami Heat days, I'm telling you, LeBron will drop off from that just a little bit, which the Lakers cannot afford. So what will the Lakers need if they can't get MVP LeBron next year? What they've always needed, a wing, a third scorer, some playmaker when LeBron's off the court. Let's talk about how to get that guy. Next year's Lakers squad looks like this. You got LeBron James, Danny Green, Alex Caruso, Kyle Kuzma, Talon Horton-Tucker, who are under contract. Then coming back, we can say Anthony Davis, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Avery Bradley, JaVale McGee, DeMarcus Cousins, Dwight Howard, and Rajon Rondo. Those guys have player options or would have to sign a new deal. Then either Markieff Morris or Dion Waiters, plus someone else. Could that guy be a free agent? Well, this is one of the worst free agent off seasons in years. Mike Conley and Gordon Hayward will opt into their contracts. That leaves, I don't know, DeMar DeRozan as the best option, and the Lakers couldn't afford him anyway. So, with subpar free agency and no cap space, the Lakers will have to trade, which they can't depend on to improve their team either. They will need a talented player who's available. Think guys like Zach LaVine or Spencer Dinwiddie. The Lakers package too would be built around their 1st-round pick in Kyle Kuzma. And that package will not get you a player like LaVine or Dinwiddie. If the season is canceled, the Lakers have the 2nd best record, meaning the pick is almost a 2nd rounder. And Kyle Kuzma has done nothing but decrease his value since the trade deadline. If there's even one other team bidding for a talented playmaker, scorer, the Lakers are gonna lose that bidding war. They're basically stuck with who they have now, just 1 year older. Now, on its surface, that doesn't look too bad, right? The Lakers, as currently constructed, are #1 in the West. But along with an over-reliance on LeBron and an inability to get better, the rest of the NBA is getting better. There's young teams who are going to take another step, like the Denver Nuggets or the Dallas Mavericks. There's talented teams getting healthy. The Clippers had injuries with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard to deal with, even if some of Kawhi's was load management. The Warriors are getting Stephen Clay to add with Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green. So reason #2 is a Lakers team not getting better and competition that is. Reason #3 is the biggest reason I think. If the season's canceled, LeBron will never win this 4th ring. And that reason is LA not taking a step. And teams taking steps before a championship has been a fact of the NBA the last 20 years. There's always that year or years of failure that set up success. Let's look at the last 20 seasons. The Raptors, special circumstance, the Warriors got freakishly injured, that doesn't count. Even though you could say the Raptors did have plenty of failure before that success. When the Warriors won their first championship, Steph, Clay, and Draymond lost in the first and second rounds before getting Steve Kerr as coach and winning in 2015. The Cavaliers lost in the finals just the year before to the Dubs. We know the Spurs took plenty of steps, but even the 2014 version lost to the Heat the year before winning it all. The Heat themselves lost to the Dallas Mavericks in year one of the Big Three. The Mavericks lost to the Heat in 2006. Kobe and Powell's Lakers had to lose to the Celtics in the finals, and KG's Celtics had knocked on the door years prior. Shaq and D. Wade lost in the conference finals before that 06 title. The Pistons lost in the conference final the year before their title. Even the 2000 Lakers had lost 3 straight seasons before getting Phil Jackson and starting their three-peat. So again, if the season is canceled, the LeBron and AD Lakers will be robbed of taking that necessary step, especially Anthony Davis, who has no proven track record in the playoffs. It has literally been a fact of life in the NBA for 20 seasons. LeBron is running out of time too. Imagine if next season has to be their step. Then the LeBron-Laker title would need to come the next year when he's 37 years old. At that point, the Lakers would need a third superstar to win it. That means you're probably banking on Giannis coming to LA. Not gonna happen. So, reason number 3 LeBron won't win a title if the season's canceled is the Lakers being tragically robbed of taking necessary steps. It sucks, but it's true. And you can say the same thing about LeBron's legacy. Now, I'll talk about the good news and all this for LeBron in just a sec, but we have to mention the hit LeBron will take in catching Michael Jordan if this season's canceled. LeBron's got 3 rings, MJ's got 6. We know that, but it's more complicated. I mean, LeBron passed Jordan in points as a pass-first player. LeBron won a ring in Cleveland. That should be worth 2. His case for greatest of all time is strong, but I always thought LeBron would be hands down the GOAT if he could be the main reason 3 different teams hung a banner. That would be unprecedented. That's a legacy Michael Jordan can't touch. But without that, LeBron falls short. Yeah, the fact that the NBA got canceled should be taken into account historically, but you know history will not. The numbers are what they are. No excuses. And without a 4th ring, MJ remains the GOAT. But as any Laker fan will tell you, it's not all bad news here. This entire video has basically been a what if. What if the season is canceled? What if it's not? If the playoffs start up again, the Lakers benefit more than any other team. For months, Anthony Davis has dealt with a lingering shoulder issue. Rest for LeBron can only be a good thing at age 35. Yeah, Giannis was dealing with a minor injury too, but the Bucks were humming. They did not want the season to stop. But for the Lakers, a month-plus break might not be a bad thing. If we're talking who in the West has the most to gain by, say, a 2-month break in the season, the Lakers are at the top of the list. I mean, everyone could get healthy, right? The Clippers could use a break. PG and Kawhi, Lou Williams had a calf issue, Patrick Beverley had a groin. Luka Doncic could use some rest with his ankle issue. James Harden and PJ Tucker play so much for the Rockets, a break could only help. Yeah, the Trailblazers would love a break with Yusuf Nurkic and Zach Collins' return. But if they just go straight to the postseason, the Trailblazers are out. For the Lakers, the break just means more because they have a championship ceiling. And still, there are some who argue a break could hurt. Definitely does for the Nuggets. They had just gotten healthy, now they have to take a break. There could be lingering chemistry issues here with Utah after Donovan Mitchell's beef with Rudy Gobert. OKC must have felt invincible playing with house money. You gotta think they wanted to keep riding that wave. The only thing I've heard about a layoff hurting the Lakers is fitting in Dion Waiters and Markieff Morris. Actually, I think it's the opposite. I can't see the league just starting the playoffs again cold. There'd have to be like some mini preseason or the last few regular season games before the playoffs. That would give Frank Vogel plenty of time to get Dion and Markieff Morris into the flow. The silver lining here is a couple of months break, a mini preseason, and LeBron would be so fresh. The Lakers' chance of winning a Celtic-tying 17th title only go up if the playoffs start again. There is so much on the line here in the league's decision to cancel or continue this season. Financial ramifications all over the place, the salary cap, what a max contract will look like in the years to come, a big black line through the history books, but for LeBron James, his last chance to win that 4th ring. Support AM Hoops and click subscribe. Don't miss a daily NBA video.